What's going on, everybody? Andrew here. I've got another hot chili pepper review for you from Jim Duffy at Refining Fire Chilies. That is his card. Thank you, Jim, for sending me these chilies. They are proud to offer you the rarest and hottest chili seeds, plants, and chilies in the world. They're based out of California. You can find them at www.superhotchilies.com. And this is the chocolate Scotch Bonnet. It's an amazing looking chili. Nice, rich brown color. Cut this open. Got the insides. There you go. These chilies are can be quite hot. The Scotch Bonnet is around as hot as is a little bit hotter than habanero in most cases. Just gonna pull out some of these seeds. Because I don't like to eat them. I find the more seeds I eat, generally the worse the cramping can be, potentially. And Jim's known for having some pretty rare chilies. And some very tasty ones as well, I might add. So, sorry this is taking so long. I'll just reach in there. Sometimes you just gotta do it with your hands. Life ain't cutting it. Pun intended. So, weren't too many, but as you can see, I didn't really disturb it too much. I just moved some things around. Oh, there. Oh well. So, here's the chocolate Scotch from Jim Duffy at Refining Fire Chilies. Cheers. Thanks again, Jim. It's pretty thick walled. Got that instant sting in the mouth. I find that most brown chilies have a very similar taste. That had it's almost like a tartness to it. I'd almost say borderline acidic. Scotch bonnets and habs and habaneros, in my opinion, have a very similar burn where they're very aggressive up front in the heat department. It's very stingy and painful. It's not an intensely high heat, but the heat is, it peaks very quickly, and then you get the pins and needles on your tongue and in your mouth. Excuse me, I'm sorry. But they also have a tendency to fade fairly quickly. I'd say for heat-wise, it's pretty average on the heat scale. I'd probably give it a 5 out of 10, just to give you an idea. Last couple of videos, I haven't really done number scales because with with tolerances, it can go up and down depending on how often you eat chilies, and it's hard to put a subjective it's hard to put an objective number on a chili when it's subject to chilies that you've eaten that week, or how many chilies just in general you eat on a regular basis. But I feel that the heat level has peaked on this one, and it peaked pretty quickly, and it's sustaining. It's just attacking the tongue and the roof of the mouth at the moment. But I don't feel that it's not difficult to talk. I'm not salivating over in large quantities. I haven't started to perspire. So those are some of the other signs that I usually check for when I'm rating a heat of a chili. If I give something an 8, it may not be totally the effect of my mouth, but it might be something that I notice that's affecting my body. Like my heart will start to race. I'll start to sweat on the top of my head. My mouth will produce saliva in large quantities. And the location of the burn also will make the intensity change in my mental status. If it really starts attacking the throat and the throat starts to clamp down, it gives you it gives you a little bit of a panic reflex. And usually chilies that are really high heat will do that, and that's usually what makes me give them a higher rating. So with this one just being a total tongue burner, it's really not all that bad. It's got a high heat, but when I breathe in, it goes away. It's not until I breathe out again that it starts to pick up the pace a little bit, and the heat's already starting to die down a little bit as well. So that's kind of just a little bit of an insight when I'm giving a heat rating on a chili. And it could vary from person to person, and from week in to week out type of thing. So it's a little insight about how I do things and my reasonings for different ratings and things of that nature. So for more information, go ahead and check out Jim Duffy at Refining Fire Chilies. You can find him at www.superhotchilies.com. There's his information. You can see his name, his phone number, his email address. You can find all that information over on the Refining Fire Chilies website as well. If you like to use those little scanners, there's the little scanner thing. It'll take you directly to his website. I know he has seeds and dried chilies on sale currently. Email him for fresh chilies. Also, he sells plants in the beginning of every year. Then he sells ultra hots all the way down to milds. With the Chiles, he also sells fruit seeds and trees and things of that nature as well. If you're close to him in the area, I mean, he may be able to give you some more well-grown plants. He usually ships out plants in groups of 6, and you can get them at the beginning of the year. I have some in my backyard that are still putting out pods that I got from him earlier this year. So go ahead and check them out. Thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate y'all keeping up with me, even though my videos have kind of slowed down a little bit here recently. So thanks again. My name is Andrew. Like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you think. Over here, we're always trying to kick the heat up a notch, and the chocolate scotch will definitely do it. So thanks for watching. Have a good night. Later.